Hi everyone, my name is Cab, and today I'll be talking to the microphone about feeling not enough, even while doing what I love most. And hopefully, after this video, we can get to talk about your struggles and insights as well in the comments. Now, I just want to say I wanted my first ever video to be more grand and fun. But I decided that it's better to be honest and genuine to establish who I really am. Now, they do say first impressions matter, but I believe knowing yourself first and revealing what you stand for is a better way to feel connected. Anyway, you might be watching something related to gameplay right now. And yes, I recorded all of this by myself. This game is called Don't Starve. No, not the Don't Starve Together, which I do have. But this is the single player experience version of the series. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what? Well, I'm glad you asked. Don't Starve is a game that doesn't hold your hand, in most cases. And what I'm about to say in the next couple of minutes of this video is going to reflect that difficult nature of the game. Hopefully. I'm not really used to doing these types of stuff yet, but we'll get there. Today I'm going to be talking about something along the lines of inadequacy, by using Don't Starve as an example. Inadequacy. Before I explain any further what this word means to me, let's see what Google has to say. Inadequacy is the state or quality of being insufficient, not good enough, or falling short of what is required, expected, or necessary. The moment you are dropped into the world of Don't Starve, you play as a character named Wilson, who is unconscious on the ground after being sent into this vast, empty world, or so it seems, before being approached by a tall, lanky man in a suit named Maxwell. Maxwell, upon seeing the state of Wilson, says, and he disappears right as we wake and come to our senses. After our encounter with the fancy man, the game simply plays out. No tutorials, no hand-holding, and no warnings. Except for what Maxwell told us about nighttime. Now, it is up to us to discover what our first objective is. You might pick up a couple of twigs, grass, berries, carrots, and flints along the way, all of which aid in your survival. At some point, you'll get the hang of things after some experimentation and learning curves. You will learn to fight, and I mean fight for your life. Learn which resources you need to craft a specific item, and most of all, recognize your limits. In my case, I eventually got mauled to death by a simple mistake like forgetting to craft an extra torch or a campfire to keep myself safe from darkness while being chased from an army of killer bees. In-game, the consequences of your choices and actions will often result to you getting hurt, and worst of all, death, which permanently erases all of your progress in that specific run. But the difference between a game and reality is obviously one is meant to be played over and over until you get the hang of it, or lose interest because you're just not having fun. Well, the other is precious and finite. You have to be careful and choose what kind of future you want, what life you want to lead, and those choices you make will reflect later down the line. And it sucks because unlike games, there is no going back. I have regrets, a lot of them. And I can't help but sometimes think that my efforts, work, and accomplishments are inadequate compared to others. When I think about this word, it means something related to worth. Someone's worth, an object's worth, or even yours. For me, it often leads to thinking about what my place is in life. Thinking about my purpose and worth, and not just to myself, but to others. What is my worth to people in general? This line of thinking led me to feeling unaccomplished and unsatisfied. Despite doing a lot of work related to my artistic pursuits and being genuinely happy in the process. But hold on. That doesn't make any sense. If I'm putting out a lot of work doing the very thing I like, why am I so hard on myself about being unaccomplished? Shouldn't I be more grateful that I am able to do the things that I want to do in the first place? Don't get me wrong. I like my work and what I do. I'm proud of how far I've gotten compared to the past couple of years. But more often than I like to admit, I am not proud of my work all of the time. I get into this habit of basing myself and my work on either public or monetary value, which is both subjective. But it's human nature itself to feel like you want to be recognized for doing something great, to feel like you're contributing to something for whatever reason. And it's worse when the height of that feeling is at its peak in your younger years of life. Personally, I don't think it's wrong to want that kind of recognition. It's selfish yet innate because I believe our fundamental purpose in life is to search what we like doing or what we're good at doing, whether it's to validate yourself through others or yourself only. And over the years, I've learned to try to not tie myself to how worthy I am as a person through external validation or monetary results, because it is an absolutely subjective and unfair way to evaluate yourself as a person. I believe our true value lies on how we approach things in life and the situations that hinder us from leading a better one. The choices we make define us and not where it's led you in life. It's okay to feel down, to feel unappreciated, to feel that you haven't done enough to get to the level of others, because that means you only want to do more, to be better than before. And most importantly, you just keep on trying and trying. And eventually, you will improve. Because sometimes that's all we can really do. Keep on trying and appreciate yourself for making it so far when so many others would just give up when there isn't any other options left. As long as you don't lose sight of what's important to you and how important you are in this world, despite what you do, you will never be inadequate. My name is Cab, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in comments, and I'm really excited to see whoever watches this video share your insights truthfully. Also, I just want to give a special shout out to Clay Entertainment and everyone else who has worked on Don't Starve. Thank you so much for creating the best casual survival game ever, in my opinion. You guys are so talented. You knocked it out of the park. And I'll see you in the next one. Probably. Bye!